What's up, everybody? Play Sky Magic, and we're just waiting for my live to kind of catch up so I can watch the chat here. I think it's going to work. There it is. To kind of catch up so I can watch the chat here. Beautiful. All right, so we're ready to go. So today is Tom Bombadil, so let's get right into the action. And we're going to do a little bit of a budget kind of mix up for today. And yeah, what we'll do is we'll probably just build the deck very casually here, take our time, kind of bring out a couple cards that we kind of want to play around with and go from there. If you're not familiar with this card, this is a 5-color commander. And as long as there are 4 more lore counters among sagas you control, Tom Bombadil is hexproof and indestructible. Whenever the final chapter ability of a saga you control resolves, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a saga card. Put that card on the battlefield and rest on the bottom of your library in random order. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, so it's just once each turn. So there's got to be some ways that you're going to try to get counters on things apart from just your turn. There's a couple of those. So we definitely want to start with enchantment payoffs. I think there's a couple. We can look at the colors here. In white and green colors, you can usually find your kind of cool cards. And we're definitely be keeping a budgety thing. We'll definitely kind of snag some cards as I see. And I don't think they're going to be too bad with price. So we're just going to kind of snag them as we go. But we're definitely going to be doing jukai naturalist stuff. I don't think this is a very expensive card either. Enchantment spells you cost 1 less to cast. So we're definitely be doing some enchantment matter stuff today. And Satsuki is kind of that one where you can kind of do lore counters, or basically take saga counters and have your sagas go off a little sooner than later. And basically that one's going to help us do that. So you can tap this card down and then put a lore counter on each saga you control. Ooh. Activate only as a sorcery, so that's kind of interesting. When it dies, choose up to 1, return target saga or enchantment creature you control to its owner's hand, return target saga card from your graveyard to hand. So possibility to get some value back for some of our stuff. We're definitely going to consider some lower cost enchantments, but I definitely want to kind of just look at the creatures first. Definitely Sithis is kind of going to be an idea. I don't think Sithis is too expensive a card, but it's probably worth it no matter what. It can't be like a $10 card. There's just no way. It's been reprinted a lot, so we can always check on these, but I'm going to try to keep it like mostly manageable with price. So whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you gain 1 life and draw a card. So we can actually check on Sithis. Calyx would be like kind of a cool fit too. So we'll check on these homies real quick just by going on TCG Player, because we want to definitely keep our budget in mind here. So we'll just get our TCG just up in general, and then kind of just go from there as we move through. Sith. Okay, Sithis. Yeah, it's like $2. That's not so bad. And then Calyx might be a little bit more because he's a mythic, but maybe not. We'll see. I said it's the Guided by Fate version. Calyx Guided by Fate. Ooh, yikes. So Calyx is probably a little bit out of our wheelhouse. Let's see how much the showcase costs. If it's just like, whoa. Yeah, that's just inflated, but a little too pricey for that. So we're going to skip out on that one. Which is fine. And whenever you cast an enchantment spell, draw a card. We definitely like this like kind of card advantage, so we can kind of organize this with our. I mean, even Terra is like basically enchantment card advantage too. So we can just kind of put these together. Then you have like your enchantment reductions, and then like basically the ones that's going to help us trigger Tom more often than not. So we're definitely going to prioritize those guys like Satsuki here. And don't be shy about, putting cards into the chat either. We're always kind of, curious about what people think and not. Calyx is kind of one of those Really nice enchantment cards too, isn't it? You have to think of like the enchantments. Is this an enchantment creature? It is. So you probably won't whiff too much with this because you're going to have a lot of sagas in general. So let's look up Calyx Destiny's Hand. Definitely want to kind of and see what the prices are here. Yeah, it's like 95 cents. That's like nothing. So definitely get like a Calyx in there. And we'll check on Terra too because I'm kind of curious, Terra, how she's doing. Yeah, she's keeping a pretty relatively tame price at $1.66. Not so bad there. I've heard good things about Yenna before too, so we'll definitely be checking out Yenna here. Choose target enchantment you control that doesn't have the same name as another permanent you control. Okay, create a token that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary. If this token is an aura, untap Yenna. Yeah, so Yenna's really cool, right? Just more like value. Just, oh, Yuna. Please, Yuna. I would not mind getting that. Mirari's Wake just seems like very appropriate for these colors, too. If we're going to be doing enchantment stuff. Let's check out Yuna. Mirari's might be a little bit out of our wake, but they have reprinted that a lot of times. Yeah, that'd be like that $5 piece that you probably would want to kind of splurge on. How about Yuna? Let's see, she's got to be more than $5 too. Oh, she's only $2, guys. So that's kind of an easy slot in for like the top end too. So that's pretty hot stuff as well. During your turn, Yuna and enchantment creatures control have trample, lifelink, and ward 2. At the beginning of your end step, return up to one target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Oh, I just like I'm so adoring with like Annie joins up. Such a great enchantment too. I mean, it's very easy on you can see just like the white-green search. You just find some really good stuff. If you've kind of built up your collection to a degree, if you're just crafting, you can kind of just type in enchantment with these colors and you're going to be finding some really nice stuff. So Annie joins up is also just like is going to increase our triggers, right? Because if Tom Bombadil triggers, this will trigger again. And it'll also like trigger with our legendaries too, so that's pretty cool. Just probably put it in like just the kind of interesting value area along with this. It probably fits in more to like the Yenna value, just like kind of doubling up on things, making copies or triggering twice in some way. Sakama, I'm not really sure. It just can destroy enchantments. That's why it shows up. We're going to be probably prioritizing mostly sagas, so that's probably what we're going to be mostly looking at when we're going to be going through here today. So we're just kind of looking at creatures mostly, but Annie joins up is definitely what we're wanting to do. So here's like kind of like a saga that shows up here. Revival of the Ancestors. I'm kind of always interested in these kind of just what they do. I mean, not very bad, but like the value there. Some white tokens. Distribute 3 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures you control. Creatures you control gain trample and lifelink until end of turn. Atraxa. Yeah, that's just going to be like a crazy like top end card. Yeah, what a card Atraxa is. That's definitely a really big bomb. Probably not going to be playing that. We're mostly like enchantment favored anyways, so don't know about the artifact value. You'd miss out from a little bit of value, I think. Maybe just a little bit, but oof, still a really crazy card. This is like from the Dustmorn rooms to the locks. And basically the doors that you unlock. Sanctum of All is kind of interesting. But it's shrines only, it's not enchantments. And this enchantment is quite something. The Kami War, it's dirt cheap too. But it gets a lot of value. It'd be like a nice top end card to like kind of get into. So like we can put like our top end stuff over here, like the Kami War. That would be like a great, something to get into. Go Shintai, that's like a shrine payoff. Oh my god, this guy's just crazy. More shrines though, right? The hey bye. Sterling Grove is probably pretty good too. It's like enchantments have like hexproof. Yeah, so that was like kind of a nice little run there. Really, the kind of the pull was Satsuki. I'm surprised Garnett didn't show up because maybe I need to type in Saga for that. So we're definitely going to want to kind of rip through our sagas now and just check those out. I did have my eye on Michiko because we were running the naturalist. These cards were so good in Kamigawa and the Undead Dynasty. They were just like wild and out. So Michiko's Reign of Terror is just sweet. It's just like going to see all of our enchantments and just make a really big, massive body for those pump effects and the body itself when it finishes its third chapter. So that's quite something. I don't mind these cards like Birth of Miletus too bad. For a budget, I think you could probably run a Birth because you might want to fetch a Plains. I don't think it's the worst. Definitely not the worst. You get a wall, you get a little bit of life. It's just like kind of an easy one to like kind of transition into Tom, I think. So I think it's fine. I think you want to kind of run like, just in general, like maybe 2 of each basic. And my just recommendations for like a 5-color deck is probably like at least a couple Cultivate effects and also at least a Chromatic Lantern. People are kind of not hot on Chromatic Lantern, but they're good for 5-color decks because it turns all your basics into like whatever color you need it to be. And it's not very expensive, so if, unless you want to run like I suppose a Druid, like this is going to cost you some dough here. Which one is it? There's a couple of them. Let's see. God, I'm so blanking right now. Grove? Is it Grove? Is that yeah, there it is. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. This card is pretty exceptional. Probably better, a strict upgraded Chromatic Lantern, right? Because you can play that additional land too. Like if this was $10, I'd say like this would be a fine like $10 splurge for your budget deck. But I don't simply think it's $10. I think, ooh, it's a little bit less now. But the market price says it's $9. This one says it's $5 in the promo pack. Yeah, you definitely go for this over a Chromatic or Lantern, or run them both. You could add a Dryad for color fixing, have a Chromatic Lantern, and then be pretty happy with like a Cultivate and some other kind of green fetching. You could do like a Rampant Growth. Would be nice. And then you can do... Did I really not spell it right? Oh, I'm in 3 mana. Okay. Rampant Growth is good, and Farseek is good for Budgie. We don't have Nature's Lore or 3 Visits here, so kind of limited. And these are just kind of cheaper in general. So yeah, obviously snowlands are pricey, so you probably wouldn't be running into the north, but let's look at this, because I just like this because it's just any basic, so it's just really nice. Even like 3 Visits and Nature's Lore, it's just forest cards, I think. So this hits any basic, which is really nice. Same with Cultivate. This can find plains, islands, swamps, or mountains, so there's a high selection there for Farseek too. So let's see here. Search basic land, I suppose. See if there's any newbies here on the green that we can just kind of get in there that are at the 2 mana spot. Shared Roots, there's one. Yeah, search your library for a basic land card, put on battlefield tapped. So that's just great. And we got Cultivate in there, so we're pretty happy. This one's pretty sweet too, the Earthbender's Ascension, to be honest. Flare of Cultivation is pretty dirt cheap, but you have to run a lot of good green creatures, right? A lot of green creatures in general. Lumbering World Wagon's pretty cool too. It kind of slots right into Tom, actually, doesn't it? Like, Lumbering World Wagon, ramp, land, turn 5, Lumbering World Wagon. It's pretty good. It's pretty sweet. And then we can just add like our add dorks here. So let's make sure we're good here. And you probably would splurge on like a Birds of Paradise too, along with your Dryad, just for color fixing. And you're probably just going to want birds like in general in your collection, so I don't think that's a really too big of a deal. Avison's Pilgrim's probably fine too. Halfling's a little expensive if you're going to tack these on in terms of expensivity, so you probably skip out on the Halfling. Exploration is pretty cool. The Llanowar Elf is good. Utopia Sprawl was not as good because you're not going to be running too many search lands unless you went like with a really heavy budget search package, which you probably don't really need because you just have these other fixing cards here and you don't really want too many tap lands. My god, how about you just put a Badger Mole Cub in your deck? And that would be really unbudgety. $52. Oh, I wonder if Bloom Tender went down a little bit because of the, basically because of the reprint. It's still probably like $20. Yeah, it went down a little bit. It's $12 now. You would definitely get that in there. You definitely invest in a Bloom Tender. Very highly recommend. I mean, at your LGS, you can get these market prices. You don't have to pay these inflated prices on TCG Player. You can just go to your local LGS and just pick this up for like $12. So yeah, we'll definitely get a Bloom Tender in there. That's totally fine. And we can also get a Fabro Elder too, while we're at it. So we're ramping like Megazords here. I'm going to probably put the ramp cards a little bit because it's kind of getting a little tall. But I did want to make a point that this is like our kind of like high value items here. Like the Satsuki is a very high ticket item for us. So let's kind of put the high ticket items. I mean, these are all very good. Probably like with this pile. This pile looks really strong right here along with like Yuna. And just these sagas here, and this like some possibilities we're thinking of, like Mirari's Wake. But this is like our ramp package here, color fixing package. And I think if we add a Fanatic, we'll be very happy about this. So the inspiration for this one today was we had someone at work, you know, was getting into Magic, and they were talking about Tom Bombadil. So I was like, well, I have a Tom Bombadil deck. Mr. Alvarado, if you're watching today, this was kind of inspired by your little input, so we're doing it. We're going to make a sweet Tom Bombadil deck that's not going to really break the bank too bad, and it's just going to be good, with good cards that you can, you know, use over and over again if you did want to invest in a deck such as this. So here's Fanatic Aronis, just crazy mana dork, you know, could produce up to 4 green, just absolutely goes hard with most of the cards we have here already. What a mana advantage just is, it helps you get into some really powerful cards sooner than later. So that's that. Okay, so now we have our mana dorks here. We have like kind of our basic mana suite here, and we're rolling pretty well. We want to definitely save about 30 slots for lands. So, because we have kind of a higher curve, you probably could go like 42 lands actually. So we need like about 32 slots. So we can get 30 playables in here. Are basically our kind of, we have the gist here, right? I think it's kind of important that we probably include, really prioritize like kind of these things that kind of move saga counters when we want. So let's look up saga again and just look up, let's look at some creatures that have to do with sagas. And I am kind of fond about these like summon creatures too, because what's really nice about them is that they can like be reanimated from your graveyard. Like if you had a Terra, such as a Terra Magical Adept that's like dumping cards into your grave, these can actually be like reanimated. And also sagas, what's cool about them is they go to the grave. So when they're done, so it's like kind of like they kind of build the graveyard by themselves simply because they exercise their saga steps, and once you reach the last one, it goes to the graveyard. So that is just very interesting in general. Like these summon ones are very interesting. Like I could reanimate or persist a Chocomog, but I couldn't persist or do that to a Restoration of a Gonjo. I simply just couldn't do that. So yeah, like this summon Knights of the Round is just like an incredible bomb. Like if you can get this into the graveyard, you're just like living your best life. This card has to be like, $10-15 still, right? Let's see. Summon the Knights Round, or okay, it's being temperamental. Knights of the Round. Oh, summon. Sure. Ooh, okay, $8. Yeah, you're gonna want that card. yeah, you're gonna want that one. Yeah, we're gonna put that one in. You got it. This is no longer a budget deck. We've crossed over, but we tried. But we have to have this card. This card creates so many white tokens. It's crazy. And like I said, if you can just get this in your graveyard and just reanimate it, you're kind of like a happy camper. So there's that. Dion is kind of interesting too. He becomes a saga, but it's kind of slow. Same thing with Jill. All these Final Fantasy cards were just crazy. Like crazy like possibilities with enchantment payoffs and stuff, and yeah, just some wild stuff. Even Genshin Taxis can turn into a saga. There's just these crazy cards that can like become sagas. I don't know about some of these other ones. I am very fond of the Michiko. This one actually was always, people always kind of loved the Life of Toshira because it like had like a lot of modalities on it. It could like interact with your opponents, and it's probably fine, like in terms of like getting value off of our enchantments. So it's probably like not the worst one. So, and we're probably also going to get into some graveyard stuff. So we're going to definitely consider having some sagas like that will help Yuna, So we're definitely going to get Terra over here so we can kind of keep an eye on her. This is just our little ramp package over here. And Sithis got over there somehow. So let's get those guys back in their own little area. These are kind of our card advantage here. Here's some more enchantments, and that will be fine. Oh, okay, so we're up to our summons once again. Sheldred is definitely like a $20 card, so we're not going to be looking too much in that. We will be thinking of the summon Primal Odin though, because that is like one of those other summons for us. That's just going to be very nice. I think the summon Brahilder is also very nice value for us. I'm not too worried about the price tag. I just have a feeling that they're going to be fine. And once again, we just like these summon cards because they can be persisted or reanimated with those particular cards. So yeah, this would actually die to a persist, so it wouldn't be as good. But there's also some other just really nice like reanimate cards that aren't too expensive, like Recommission and Helping Hand, which will be good for these kind of summon cards. that are low mana. So we just want to kind of look at those kind of low mana summons here. Make sure that we kind of get some of those in. Chocomog is probably just okay though. We can put the craft button on and just kind of look for some low mana summons that are pretty good. Fable is just kind of stapley, just a great enchantment that you're probably going to just be very happy about. And I don't think it's ever really popped more than $10, so you can kind of put that one in and slap it in. And how's this Cerberus? That's an instant and sorcery doubler. Clive is kind of a crazy one. Azusa's Many Journeys is kind of a nice little one too for us, really. So that will give us a little bit of ramping too. We just love to ramp with this deck for sure. Esper Origins is like a really awesome card that will help us build a graveyard too. And also just be an awesome card that we just love to see. So we're definitely like really, this is a very seamless deck. It's not really like pressuring us too much, you know. Teaching of the Kieran is kind of cool because it'll build the graveyard, so we kind of love that too. Fenrir is nice for like a little bit more ramp. And it's also a summon, right? So we like the summons a lot. Summon Titan seems cool. I don't think we need the Vaughn-Klex. There's Terra. Here's Rydia. Yeah, this is like really good value, right? Just to discard a card, draw a card. We kind of love that for us. And then it can return a target saga card from out of an extra graveyard to the battlefield. So that's pretty sweet. There's who's Joshua? What does Joshua do? Yeah, Joshua's pretty cool too. Yeah, he's just cool. It's probably cool. Yeah, kind of a slowish bowling, but I do love the draw discard kind of action for Josh. I think it's very cool. It's just cool to be cool, you know, guys. Okay, here is Garnet, Princess of Alexandria. And yeah, that's also just going to be another sweet one for us. And this one also is a lore counter. So this one can like, you know, actually remove lore counters so we can like extend the value of them, which is very cool. Kind of like a Satsuki vibe. We're definitely going to want like our Thick River daughter, like basically Tom Bombadil's wife, right? So, where's she at? I wonder what the verbiage for her is. It's probably like, let's see. Is she 3 mana? I thought she was 2. There's no way I don't have this card, right? I played this deck before. Huh. I'm gonna look it up because I'm like totally blanking on the name. Goldberry. It's kind of funny that, oh, it's move a counter. Okay, that was the verbiage, just move. So this one is also interesting. This one's like going to be the one that's going to help you like set off Tom on different turns, right? So you can move like a lore counter onto it during your opponent's turn, and now you're triggering Tom because that's just once a turn, so you can do it during your opponent's turn. So that's pretty sweet, guys. We're actually pretty close to our kind of cap here. I think we have about 6 more playables, so I think we're just going to find some like removal, and then we're going to have, I think, like 42 lands, so 32, 54, 84. So we got we got a few more playables to kind of get, so yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. Yeah, these are going to be very good. Let's look up that. See if there's any more move a counter type of verbiage for things, or add a counter. Even like proliferate would do it too, but you'd have to do it. You'd want like instant speed proliferate. These are interesting too, like the metastatic evangels and the grateful apparition are pretty cool actually. I like this experimental augury too. They're just very interesting with these sagas. To get more value faster, you just simply get more value. Just it's like a this and then. But I think this is like the top is like your metastatic evangel, your grateful apparition are pretty good to kind of get these proliferation items going. It would be during your turn only for these, but I think they're probably good enough to try. This Dreamtide Whale is also very interesting for our deck too. We'll put that in the background for the thumbnail, like as like a cool little background for our Tom Bombadil card. I think that would be very appropriate. Because if people are just popping off, like we're going to be proliferating our stuff too and kind of getting value from Tom. So how does this work? It enters the battlefield with 2 time counters on it. Remove a time counter from it. When the last it removes, sacrifice it. Interesting. It's kind of like weird on our curve. Like, definitely looks better later on, though. Definitely better for EDH, too. But we'll probably get value from it anyways, like from our sagas, so it's probably not the worst. We can try it. Draw 2 cards and proliferate. That seems kind of fun. That's a sorcery, though. I'd like an instant speed, actually. Like, we get like an evangel. I think it's fine to just get like the evangel and be pretty happy with the evangel. I don't think we have to go too crazy. But here's our experimental augury, like instant speed proliferate. I think is pretty cool. So we'll just type in instant now for this. So we get this. Let's craft to see if there's anything. Counter target spell if that spell mana value was 3 or less. Proliferate. I think I love that. It's not the bad. It's kind of got an upside, reject imperfection, and that's any non-land permanent. This is another possibility to proliferate, so I think that's fine. These little interactive spells. This is too expensive. And that's just kind of whatever. Now let's look up some more saga cards. And just get some like kind of cool sagas to get going here with us. Now, does this create a token at all? No, I don't think so. I think it just turns the thing into us. I think Elspeth is pretty cool. I think that's like a really nice one for us. I think the War of the Last Alliance is kind of nice value too. We don't need Planeswalker stuff. Bounding the Third Path is kind of interesting to build our graveyard. But other than that, we're not playing too many instants and sorcery spells. Tale of Tamayo kind of gets hot, doesn't it? That card kind of always pops to a degree. I think it's kind of fun. It's kind of a long-winded one, which is fine. We kind of want like long-winded ones for Tom. We also want just like big ones. And I think as long as Cure is not like $20, I think we're going to just play it. It's kind of like a hot bomb, though. Oh, it's good. It's good now. It's only like a couple bucks. So it's definitely a more gettable deck now than what it used to be at, I'm pretty sure. I think Timuret is kind of a fun one, too, because it just like slams our graveyard pretty well. One Ring to Rule Them All is kind of a nice little flavor win for us. But it's okay. Like, we're playing a lot of like non-legendaries too, so it might not be the best one for us. I mean, we just need to kind of slam some removal in here. I probably will play the Chrome War just because it's like a really annoying like Saga to play against. Elder Dragon War is pretty good. We're definitely going to be playing Schmog just because this is a Tom Bombadil deck. So there and back again is going in for sure. Even if it like screws us over, it's totally fine. It doesn't matter. World Spell's kind of like this huge scary thing, right? It just sits in your hand though. We don't have too many ways to like exchange it out other than Iridia so far. So I'm not going to be too sad about missing out on this one, but yeah, I don't know though. I haven't really played it too much. It's got to be good, right, for this deck? So basically just kind of looking at the Mega Bombs now. We'll definitely play a Binding, though, just to kind of interact with our opponents, and probably a Battle of Frost and Fire. You know, I think it's totally cool to like kind of get ahead of this and, you know, maybe take care of the board a little bit. I don't think we need Waking of the Trolls. I don't think Showdown of the Scald is that much of a trap. I think it has a bad rap. I do think it has a bad rap for whatever reason. It was really good in Standard, and I think it's still pretty good. So we come to that 32 kind of break point, and I definitely want like just like Summon Bahamut is like a hell of a summon, really. So we're gonna have to do like 40 lands and just kind of settle on it. And you definitely want this card too, the Bahamut. I'm gonna do a little splurging here. But I think we kind of kept it cool. You're going to want to have Reanimate for your summons, at the very least, and a Persist. And I think you're going to be pretty happy. You can change that to an Animate Dead for EDH and be very happy about that too. Let's just make sure we got like all our enchantment draw creatures in here. Lorn of the Third Path. Spirited Companion is pretty cool. Cool, like enchantment kind of stuff going on. Let's do a multicolor. You know, there's like the Sentencian Champion, for instance. That's just like a very good. There's Enchantress Presence too. I don't know what those are, but I think the Champion is like pretty amazing, right? Let's check out Enchantress Presence real quick. And even Mesa Enchantress too. Yeah, that's pretty good. Some nice card advantage there. So many colors here. I know we got the Sithis in. I think we're pretty cool. I just want like a swords, like, and then we're gonna have to do some cutting actually because we kind of went over just a little bit. 36 is probably not enough lands for this deck. There is a good amount of ramp though, so you might be able to do 38. So we probably have to like cut like probably 2 of these like maybe instant speed spells that just aren't that as good. This one's pretty good. I just think it's interesting, and you're just going to be proliferating your sagas, like. And this is a counter spell, so that kind of meets our counter spell. We do have kind of an interactive suite already, actually. So maybe we're going to be okay with just the swords here, and maybe just let it rip here. See what happens with this mana. You know, add the 26 lands here, and kind of just let that rip with what we got. And I think we might have a chance, actually. So we're just going to build our mana base now. So we're just going to do this. And just going to check on something real quick. Okay, cool. Very cool. All right, so let's go ahead and add our mana base now, and then we're gonna definitely get started on playing. So in terms of like just nice kind of options that are just cheap, your pain lands are just gonna be dirt cheap as always. So 1 damage lands, you can just type in 1 damage here, and then you're gonna just be able to pick up these. Are just very easy money for us. They are dirt cheap monetarily wise, and they get the job done. So you're going to be pretty happy with those. I even think Mountain Doom is kind of affordable, which is very a flavor win for us, so we can add that as well. It's basically just a pain land. These are called pain lands here. Brushland and your Yavimaya Coast. Then you have like 3 or less lands that are just also just dirt cheap. So like these concealed courtyards, these Seachrome coasts are so cheap. Dark Slick Shores, Spire Bluff Canal, yep, Blackleaf Cliffs, Blooming Marsh. So 2 or fewer, kind of giving us some ideas of just some lands in general. They have a lot of man lands that we're kind of looking at here too. So those are pretty cool. So definitely more of an emphasis on the playables to kind of get into this one. Fine stock. Then you have your Triomes lands, which are just very strong, but also very expensive. So you'd probably be pretty happy with that. Then you can add the Command Tower, which is just also a nice option. Fabled Passage is not the worst fetch land to get, and it will fix your mana on some circumstances. Not a bad turn 1 play in some instances, so that's fine. And pretty happy with the mana base here. We can look at just some ad lands here and just see if there's like any kind of like multi-face land cards or anything that might appeal to us. I like Witch Enchanter. It's kind of a pricey one, but it's pretty cool. It would be kind of cool to run these like, Rivendell lands and stuff for the flavor, So let's look up Legendary Land and just kind of pick up the, the ones. So this one's not that bad. This is Minas Tirith. That's pretty cool. And Rivendell. And they're not expensive either. The Mines of Moria, I don't know if we're making too many treasures, but there's a Shire, which is just cool. Maybe just run like all of them though, because they're just super cool. Maybe you just run all of them. It's just for the ultimate flavor town. What's the black one? Is there one? Is it this? Did they just combine the Mount Doom, or did I just don't have it? Oh, it's Borrowdoer. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll just trim up. We'll definitely skew on green and white and red. Green, white, red. Even though we have a double blue, we'll just have to live with this. All right. So what's up, everybody? Blaze Scholar Magic, and we just built this really sweet Tom Bombadil Tempts deck, and it did not go the tempt route. We did not get to the tempt cards. We just built a good stuff enchantment deck, and it had some budget, in mind. It didn't really go too crazy. The mana base is just very nice here. This would be a very awesome kind of entry level build. If Lord of the Rings is something that you really love, this would definitely be kind of the deck that you would want to pursue and kind of work upon. Any upgrades that you might want to like look at too, like furthering this deck idea. Reanimate is great, but like instead of the persist, you're gonna want to run like an animate dead. Let's check if we got the persist because I'm not readily seeing it. I don't know if I added it yet. Oh, we did. Okay, so it is there. So these are just things that can really like get a lot more value now that there's a lot of enchantments now that are creatures themselves. So this is an enchantment creature. So if you put it into your graveyard, you just get so much more value from like your reanimate. You can hit your Bahamut's. You can also hit your. You also have that really nasty summon the Knights round. And there's also just some awesome Final Fantasy cards that will also get value out of your graveyard, like Yuna, like and Terra, and you have all these enchantments that like really build the graveyard so well. So it's like a very graveyard mattery deck. You have a really nice backbone here with green to kind of build up the forces and our mana potential. Mirari's Wake. I'd say this deck, if I was to slap it in right now, I'm gonna say it's probably like with the pain lands and some of the choices. I'd say it's probably going to say about $250 on TCGB Player. So we can kind of rush in here real quick here to Moxfield and kind of just see like where we landed. So I would say that like, I know like budget brews are like, you know, $40 decks. But I had budget minded. It was definitely like budget minded Bliss, you know, definitely a budget minded Bliss deck. And I say you'd probably gear this for Commander, but we can just, you know, leave it as because we did build it for Brawl. So let's go here, our decks, and we're going to do a bulk edit here and just save this. And it says the Bloom Tender is not existing, which is totally cool. Sometimes this happens with the formatting. It just kind of gets a little crazy, guys. So there's that. You just take the text away and it usually will save. And we're also going to just turn on all lowest price. So you can do that as well, like in terms of your settings on this thing. So update to cheapest is fine. That's fine. I don't mind. So now we're in our cheapest versions here. And 176? That's freaking gold, bro. Dude, this is Bombadil Budget Minded Bliss, $176. That's super sick, bro. $176. Dude, this deck is juiced, bro. This is like the sickest. This is the sickest deck. I just guarantee it. You're going to be able to, like, you know, trigger Tom, like, on your opponent's turns in some instances. Get a Paradise Chocobo. Dude, okay. Let's roll into some games. And, yeah, we're pretty excited now. And we'll be in Brawl. Let's turn up the volume a little bit. Let's get juicy. Gamarage. If my chat like kind of turns off like here and there, it's fine. Like if my computer dies that I'm watching the chat on, I'll just, you know, get a phone real quick. I go first with some like really fat rampers here, so I'm pretty happy. Probably lead with the World Wagon. That's tempting too, to be honest. But yeah, let's go here. And we need all our colors, so let's pick up another blue source. Okay, we have the blue source in our hand, that's fine. Probably a red source. Interesting. I like all the options. I mean, we kind of did the thing. I don't know, like, what they're going to do about this. I don't know if that's good enough. Yeah, I think we just kind of go into this and just kind of wreck the world. Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty, like, on the play, big mana stuff. It's hard to deal with, and it always has been. Like, the cultivate effects, the lumbering world wagon, it's like go first, ramp, do powerful interactive things, and win. It's just, being on the play is such an advantage. It's, especially with this, like, big mana kind of ramp mentality. Yeah, leading with an Azula there is just so difficult. You know, they kind of missed out on the Ragavans and, you know, the treasure acceleration that kind of can get out of hand faster than not. I don't think it's the worst keep. Probably want to, like I said, like do like your Spable passage for like a blue source here. And maybe even the black source, it looks like, actually. So we'll just get a bit black source. Because the binding. Okay, they're doing like some really nasty stuff here. I can't interact with the Yuffie if I had that white source. So I probably should have played that. So this could be a problem. And this is the first time I played with that card too, so I kind of messed that up as well. So hopefully we don't get punished too much for this. But they're going to definitely ninjutsu this. And I could have interacted with it for sure. Okay, no harm, no foul. I like that. I kind of love that I have haste on this thing, so I'm definitely just going to take care of this right now. Both of them are kind of a problem. I kind of want to do this, actually. It's just because the Elder gets a lot more powerful. And we can like maybe do some of these, you know, very strong things. Yeah, that's also a possibility. And I guess it is to ninjutsu their guy here. It's kind of crazy there's no tax. Like, you kill it, it just keeps coming back. I think like it's probably like in your best interest to not engage with it, isn't it? It's just kind of like you can just block it otherwise, right? It says Vigi. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's cool. Sure. Sure. This is a changeling? No. Okay, get to ramp here. Yes. And we're gonna try to do the Tom thing here. But I'm not there yet with mana. God, what a disastrous turn. Probably kind of flubbed this game. I mean, I had blockers for this. Probably shouldn't have removed it, so that's on me. I can't block it. Okay, they're gonna get my Bahamut here. Kind of been fading the damage from that Yuffie. Bummer. Ugh, gross. This is a super annoying card for them. I do not have a legendary artifact. I wish I did. Need like an Esper Origins. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing this. This thing is going to kill me with a ninjutsu for sure. This has Death Touch? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to just probably do this. And I don't need the mana. I'm taking this damage. Man, they're just full of ninjutsu cards. They're just never ending. They can just do this over and over again. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Okay, 5. This card needs to go. I think a swing all would have won them there. I think they would have won. with a swing all. Yeah, I'm just not really doing the thing here. But we are going to get a trigger, I think. Let's see. It's got to be like a swing all, right? Yeah, it's got to be like a no doubt in their mind, right? So this is like an easy block, I think, right there. I think this block's here. And then this has to block this. And this has to block a ninja too. Yeah, I think that's the... This is a problem that needs to be blocked. So, this is a ninja as well? Fuck. Yeah, we're dead, huh? Yeah, I think we're dead. They get 3 triggers here. Yeah, that's a problem. Oh, yeah, that's kind of an easy win. But now I'm kind of like, know how to play against Yuriko a little better. Yeah, I had blockers, so I really didn't need a swords it. That was kind of a bad swords. Stick with me, stick with me. I got this. I got this, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Another Azula. Dang. What's this Azula gonna look like? We'll see. And not the best one. This would be better if we were on the play, right? This is a little better. The man is kind of rough here. So we're gonna have to maybe pray. Let's mulligan to 6. Let's try to do a little better. Got Goldberry at least, so let's try to get to her. We'll get a little card advantage. We don't have white spell, white mana. This is fine. Let's go with a Slicky. I definitely do need to find an answer for this Azula. So I'm going to keep up mana here. Try to hunt for answer here. This is fine. That's fine. I think they're looking for lands, which is kind of crazy. And they got one. I'll definitely take the Fenrir. God, Blake. Oh, I need to like go to school here. I'm flubbing these 5 colors so bad. It's really, really a problem. I'm just like trying to like mix all these things at once. It's just not working out for me. That was such an easy Fenrir right there. It was like no joke. I had it. Oh no. Well, we're going to definitely change our battle plan here somewhat. And I definitely want to have double red for our... Oh, we have blue red for our battle. This is an easy attack. I don't know. I just kind of been missing. Let's see what happens with this Hula here. Kind of like this because we can kind of keep this, move these counters around. Probably would have played a little bit differently. You know, overall, just missed that green mana source. Very powerful deck. Just kind of definitely some growing pains for this piloting so far. Okay. You have removal from my enchantment? That'd be crazy. Scry 3. Yeah, I'll take these. I think I could do a little better, right? But that does keep our, we have another cool enchantment here too, you know. Oh, Tommy B. Does he ever resolve? We're gonna put him on the library. I will redraw that. The Azula will not. The Zula will not live. Hand, please. Yeah, we just love the Kami War here. It's amazing. It's like won us like a couple games actually, and just drawn like a bunch of cards. Really, we don't need that anymore. I wonder what's their top end look like, you know? I'm kind of curious. Let's go Showdown. Okay, Rydia, I see you there. We play these to the end of our next turn, so that's pretty cool. Oh, that's a fantastic card. Very good. Scary, scary. Yes, during Curiosity. They're gonna have a problem with this though, the 6/6. Oh, not that. Man, doing some big enchantment stuff here today, guys. What's the deal with this? This gets value when it attacks. It's pretty strong. Rita is pretty good too. She can return enchantments too, or sagas. Must have answer Grixis. Okay, flyer. Sure. But why not just bounce something with that? Guess you don't really want to. Okay, there goes that. To draw. Interesting. Sure. I think I do want to proliferate, don't I? But then it would just die. What can I bring back with this? It's probably the, any saga, right? Let's try to attack first. They have to answer this or they're dead. Okay. So for instance, if I proliferate, oh, it has to be mana value 3 or less. Okay. So what am I going to bring back here? Probably the showdown, I suppose. Some pretty good hits there, I'd have to say. Yeah, we don't need the Pilgrim. Birth of Meletus seems pretty cool for us. So now we're kind of getting into our juice, you know. Not terribly concerned about the Brazen Borrower yet. That's pretty good. Yep, that's a card. Guess I could just lose to some weird, like, damage spell. Each player loses 2 life. It's pretty scary. Definitely going to try to get into this wake. And now we have a lot of mana. Any of these have reach? No. How much mana does this leave me with? Not much. I just need blue mana, really. This has haste too. Wow. Why is this tapping all the blue sources though to cast Tom? I mean, I guess I have to white source too for it. Stupid though. Let's try to do it. I'm thinking this. Let's see if this produces how much mana I think. want to try to set off one of these right now. The birth. The blue floating mana. Kind of doing stuff. Target creature. There's nothing to target. Okay. Mirari's Wake is so sick. I think they want to play their borrower and just try to finish me in the air, right? Can't really erase them too well. Okay, it takes the damage. Okay, that's a pretty good hit. Pretty good hit. I still have mana here, but I don't want to take any damage at all. What's that? Okay, sure. Do they get to play their borrower now? Oh, I'm surprised they didn't do that. Your PC is running low. So they did not opt for the Brazen Borrower play. Because they have some sort of way to take care of my board. It's kind of spooky. It was weird though, like, my birth, I got the Acrone War, that's where that came from. So the enchantment went away, and we got the Acrone War out of it. We had these two, I think. I don't think I casted this. I think it was triggered off of the Tom. Okay, it's pretty good. A little flyer there. And that's it. That's crazy. It's kind of a crazy move by Oppo. So I get any of these back, huh? I think it's got to be the Battle of Frost and Fire seems pretty sick, actually. And all our stuff is pretty safe. Hey, babe, can you give me my phone? Please? Okay. I'll get it. So I'm just surprised they just didn't do their borrower thing. They probably could have, well, we would have just killed it with the battle, so. Yeah. They're kind of running out of options now. Sure. Okay. Fair. It must attack here. Pretty easy block there. So this is going to go off. So we get value from that, which is really cool. That's super sick. I had no lands in the graveyard. How is that possible? What a funny game this can be sometimes, I swear. Alright, let's try to do the business here. Okay. Hand. It shouldn't be too bad to reform, would it be? No, I don't think so. This one's pretty good. Summon Titan. All of these are pretty good to just deploy. This gets a little value. Yeah. Woo! Let's get some W's, baby. Put some W's in the comments. Let's go, baby. Tell Bombadil. Well, it's okay. We'll just do 2 more games. My computer died, so thanks for joining me today. Appreciate it, guys, as always. We'll get 2 more in for the live. It's okay if we didn't get so many comments. It's fine. We had fun. And this could just be like our little VOD, our little live VOD for the fans. For the fans. Oppo goes first. A little removal here for the Zucchinator. Let's free mulliganize. Yeah, that's pretty fast, isn't it? I might keep my options open for what we want to make this land to be. Kind of have some nice 2-mana plays, and I like that. I definitely like that. We can actually start. Yeah, let's just keep it open. Keep it available. Definitely a green source for sure. And Fnatic looks pretty cool. It's gonna be Zuko. What you doing over there? Okay. I kind of want to pick up another. Just keep this available at instant speed. Okay. I don't know what happened there, guys. Is there something going on with this? I don't know, maybe they didn't spend the mana correctly or something? We're gonna do 2 more. That doesn't really count. There's some sort of metagame challenge. I wonder what the format is. This deck would kind of be fun. You'd probably want to soup it up with like your fetch lands and stuff, so. Yes, my doggy say it's done. You're done. Like and subscribe for the dogs. You know it, guys. Yes, yes. Ramp. Ramp. More ramp. Oh, the Squire is so annoying. Got double red here. I'm probably supposed to play the Cliffs, right? It's going to be tapped now. I think I need a swamp. No, I'm good. Let's just go double red. I'm good. Green. It's always green. This is a problem. This is a problem. Oh, Lord. Dude, that is a 7/5. That is so crazy. I have double block now. No, I need it though. I need my Primal Odin to kill this stupid thing. Or this guy. Oh, this thing is so stupid. Help me, lands, help. Oh, Lord. They're so strong. Oh, my God. I guess I have to do this. Why does it have flying? Dude, that's crazy. Opponent, please. It's just the summon Primal Odin. It's fine. I'm going to have to kill this, so... What? Dude, this is a serious cat enjoy here, guys. Let me tell you. Good showing for the kitties here, for sure. Arabo is feasting. That's kind of a weird pick, actually, I think. I don't think he can swing with the king, though. You have to be careful about what you swing with, too, because the summon Primal Odin, if it connects, it just kills you. That makes a lot of sense. This is a really good card, actually, for me right now. Half the block. Persist it. Drop the whale. Then we can get the Gorge to produce with our Mirar's Wake. That's really good. It's just, these just get flying, right? They're kind of like very dangerous. Oh, yeah, man. Elspeth, you little dog. You little dog. This is going to kill me. They're going to get him flying and kill me. You have to block the Odin or you'd lose. I think this is the play. What? I thought this could add green and white, or simultaneous colors. See, it's either one or the other. Damn. It's probably the play anyways. So it sticks around. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? Gross, man. I need an answer. I need my board wipes. That's going to give us a couple looks at least, so at least there's that. Not very good. It's a cool card. This doesn't really, do too much for us here because this thing is going to kill me. It'd be cool to just cast a Tom Bombadil spell because it's just cool, 4, 7. We lose. Yeah. And I said earlier, we're going to be losing with there and back again. It's just like, it is what it is, man. It's there for the spirit. Okay, opponent. Do your flying thing and you're good to go. Kind of a sweaty one until they dropped the Elspeth, I'll be honest. It was kind of... And we're kind of getting some looks with Rydia. We could have gotten to one of our board wipes. Dang, those triggers are crazy. Cool cat deck and Verld. Cool. I mean, on the play with this, it was kind of a disaster, but it was quite a game still. Persist was amazing. I just love that card. Better to get Animate Dead, though. It's just going to be much better for you. It's an enchantment payoff, too. Haven't seen much of our enchantment payoffs. Our card advantage has been really shitty. Like, we've been getting, like, the same draws. It's been, like, Fanatic. Like, yeah, it's been, like, Fanatic, whatever. Sithis is kind of cool, but you want to actually, like, have your, enchantments to go along with it, right? But yeah, we've been getting like a lot of Fanatic Aronis's stuff. It's kind of a weird one. I do like the Kulf debate though, but it could just be a complete disaster. Not so much of a disaster now. I'm gonna be ramping at least. Do love the Elder. Definitely love the Elder. There we go. Maybe we could lead with the Elder actually against this very aggro deck. Okay, in this way, we will definitely be ramping. An island and probably red source. Oh no, opponent, what happened? Oh, not like this. And this is a concede. It has to be. Cool, everybody. So we're gonna just kind of keep this rolling. I know my chat's not enabled. It's because my computer died, but it is what it is. Appreciate you joining me today and dropping in. Leave a like. I appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. Share with your friends. We're definitely a budget-minded channel, so just very cool decks. Just inspired from just the people around me, you know? People like Magic. People like Lord of the Rings. People like Final Fantasy. So it's kind of seamless, right? People like Dungeons and Dragons. So Fire Lord Azula has to be like the hottest commander right now. Like 3 out of the 6 matches have been that, so it's kind of a funny Fire Lord Azula deck, especially if I gain control of their Azula, which would be really insane. Which is very like tempting, actually. It's kind of a slowish one, but kind of intriguing at the same time. And I like the Evangel. It's a super cool card for proliferating. I like the Ascension. I think that's a great card. Definitely probably interacting with this, I think. They're probably going to kill it off anyways, right? That's fine. It's fine. It's a cool draw. I definitely need a blue source here. Dude, if they play their Azula, they're going to hate their life. I'm going to take it. No blocks. What's my 1 mana plays? What's my 1 mana legendaries? I don't think I have any. What do I get here? I don't know. Maybe some card advantage? Terra's pretty cool. I want them to play their Azula, can deny me my card advantage, and I want to take it with the Akroan War. Let's get Yuna. Azula is mine! Don't kill your own Azula, that's crazy, opponent. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I think it's a Yuna play here. Yeah. I have nothing to do with this mana. I think we'll just go for the value, right? Yeah. And get this guy. Joshua's cool. I think Joshua's pretty nice. Kind of did something with this with the Ascension and these, but the Firebenders were like just probably not good enough. Okay, they're definitely, you know, triggering this, so that's a lot of Firebend. That's pretty scary. So that's kind of doing the thing. I think I might block. Fine. What else? Oh man. What do I want to do? I don't need this counter spell. Mystic Subdual. So they didn't go for their Very Mastermind. That's kind of psychotic. So this is indestructible. So that's that. I kind of like all of these cards. We have enough cards already in our hand, so I like Goldberry too. Let's try Yenna. Why do I still have this card? I don't understand, like, why do I still have this card? Like, I should have attacked with it. It should have just been dead from the, you know, the attack step. It's very confusing. Fuck. Well, I have a feeling this is definitely not going to resolve. Okay. What is your protection? I'm so confused. I swear, like the Akroan War, usually you attack with that creature and it goes back to their opponent. The way that kind of just triggered was weird. They blocked here with their token. Weird. Huh. Man, this thing kind of pops, huh? I'm gonna let this one go. Good luck, opponent. Okay. Slither Wisp. That's fine. I'm gonna transform it anyways, so. Okay, I'm not going to do that. frankly, to be honest, I do not really play games this long. Often it is kind of more of a heavy one, to be honest. So there is a lot going on here. I think I need to like, kind of jam up the board though. This seems a little bit slow. These both get cards. This can get cards for us. I think I just need to just slam things. This Azula is probably going to take care of us in some capacity. That'll take an exile. It will exile something. This is fine. It's not doing much. Is there a way I probably could have, like, exile an online card from my graveyard? Sure, how about this? This has firebending too. What's Joshua do? 2 damage to each opponent, 4/4. Terra. Can I just transform this into a 6/6, I guess? Okay, sure. I have to take this damage. I just need the life, right? Yeah. Get a little beefy here with a lumbering road wagon. I wonder how you would put that on the stack. I don't know if you'd have to hold full control to like kind of crew. I don't know if you could do it the trigger. Not really sure. It's a lot of mana. What's this do? It's going to be a lot of firebenders. What is that? Pfft, stupid alchemy card, of course. That? Are you sure? Are you sure, opponent? Because I have a world wagon here. Do I have to block? And with what? I will put one blocker out there. It's going to be the champion, I think. Go full control here. I think I can go to full control. Just by hitting the control button. I just want to see like how the triggers go off. I want to see how it works. And I'm going to put all the stops on too. Hail Mary, full of grace. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, Azula, you really put me up for your money there. Yo, Firebender Ascension was so sick with this card. Dang, bro. I have no idea what happened. I probably messed up the Akron War somehow, some way. I was very much under the impression that if I kept swinging with the control to Zula, that once this resolved, it would... Did it somehow like have vigilance or something? Because I feel like this, fizzles out. And I guess it just... Did it untap? It came back untapped. So maybe in Chrome War wasn't as sick as I thought. Which is fine. I thought a Chrome War would be sicker, but I might have been wrong. It should probably just be like another I think there's definitely like an enchantment that takes care of tokens really well. Like it's like a Dragon Saga. There it is. The Elder Dragon War is pretty hot stuff. Yeah, that would be the one instead of a Chrome War. I'm so excited, guys. Let's go. Super sick. Thank you for joining me today. Thanks for always supporting the channel. 625 subs is my little gift for you guys soon. We'll give away a lot of stuff. We have lots of wheels for that one too. So make sure you comment on this one. We'll definitely make this one eligible. It'll be like a sneaky live video for the deck giveaway. We'll see y'all soon, everybody. Thanks. Bye.